Hello, I'm Sarah Mustafa. Thank you for joining me this evening. There are some things that I would like to discuss with you, and I hope that can change your perspective on how you look at things. Specifically, this symbol. What does this mean to us? It's typically to recycle, right? Well, right here in the center, it does say to recycle. But just imagine that it's just these arrows here, and when you usually find the symbol on the bottom of plastic containers or cardboard, and that means that the item is recyclable. However, here's the symbol again, but this is what each stage stands for, or each arrow on the symbol that stands for. The first one is reduce. Second is to reuse. And third is to recycle. Let's discuss the definition of reduce, reuse, and to recycle. I'd also like to talk to you about the different programs that are available for recycling, and that's it. Let's get into it. A lot of Americans think that recycling is the main thing that they can do to help the environment. However, there's two other areas that tie into that have a really big impact on how we can help our environment. I don't feel like enough public emphasis is put on reusing and reducing before you get to the final stage, according to the little triangle here, of recycling. So what does each of these R's mean? To reduce, you reduce waste or the need to recycle by not creating it in the first place, which is the most practical and simple. Reuse materials for recycling, or discarding the material you want to reuse it. Recycle materials so that it can be transformed into another usable material. Not necessarily what it was before, like plastic bottle can be melted down to make other different objects. Alright, so first one we'll go over is reduce. The most effective of the three stages. Ways that you can help is by shopping for durable products to begin with, not something that can break easily. Durable and well made is the key to buying something that you won't have to dispose of right away. When you shop for paper or bathroom tissue, look for that statement that said it's made out of post-consumer recycled materials. Buy energy efficient electronics and cars. You can also buy used goods from, there's Craigslist, there's eBay, there's thrift stores that you can visit and find what you need that may even already be new or just gently used. So it's always a good idea to check those out first. Limit your water and energy consumption. Limit your water, maybe when you're brushing your teeth, you can turn off the faucet until you're actually ready to use the water. Also, turn off the lights when you're not in the room. Let your kids know to do the same. And chargers, when they're plugged into the wall, they're still pulling energy. So unplug devices or appliances that you're not using, and that will help. That will help reduce. Let's go to the next one, which is reusing. Think before you throw away something or recycle something even. Glass jars and other containers can be reused to store food. You can start a compost at home that you can use to discard scraps of food and old newspapers. Consider sharing your magazines with neighbors and friends before throwing them away, or even at your local doctor's office and dentist's office. They're always willing to take new magazines to share with people in waiting rooms. Areas like that are always welcoming new material, reading material. You can donate your unwanted stuff to schools and churches. You can also donate it to local community centers for kids, toys and clothing, just as backups that they have, instead of throwing those items away. You can consider upgrading your computer or a laptop. Not so much laptops, but a desktop can be upgraded. You can add memory to it, new graphics cards, you can update your operating system, and probably hang on to that computer for a couple more years. And that helps. You know, you're not throwing away that computer at that time, and that reduces waste. You can buy reusable instead of disposable items like razors. You can buy one where you just replace the cartridge, but you still have that main piece. And that's reducing the waste that we're contributing to there. Also, disposable products again like cups and utensils and plates. Only use those when you really need to, where you won't have access to take care of washing real dishes or reusable dishes. The next thing I'd like to talk about is recycling. Recycling is the most practiced out of the three stages, right? Like I said before, recycling of course does help. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I did want to emphasize how you can help by, first of all, reducing your waste and reusing it. Now that we're at recycling, it does help cut down on your waste sent to landfills. It helps conserve natural resources and prevents pollution since you're not having to use raw materials or get raw materials. Do your part to help recycle if you aren't now. I feel like most of us are these days. Know what your town offers, curbside pickup, know where your recycling center is for those items that aren't available for curbside pickup, like to dispose of batteries and tires. Recyclables are still recycled. I know a lot of people thought since in the beginning when recycling started, we had to sort everything. We had to have newspapers and stacks. We had to have the plastics sorted, the glass sorted, but now everything is dumped into one bin. And people were like, well, maybe they're just taking it to the landfill as well. No, it's just that there's new technology, there's new sorting machines that do everything for you. Recycling rates for items that have been recycled, which is really good, it's going up. The waste management hierarchy, something that is most preferred is reduction and reuse, and then it goes down to the last thing of just least preferred, which is disposal. And you know, why are we doing all this? And it's to help the environment, it's to help protect our future, to help protect our earth for our kids who will be living here after we're long gone. So I hope that you know more now about recycling. The recycling symbol is more than just recycling used products. You need to help reduce and reuse those products to really effectively help our environment. I hope that you take that away with you and think about that the next time you're in the store making your next purchase. Thank you.